all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Here on JR the Bossman Show. We're here with the new head coach of the William & Mary Tribe, Coach Dane Fischer on the Bossman Show. Coach Fischer, I know you're happy to have this job up there at William & Mary, man. So how's life up there in Virginia?
Well, thanks for having me on, JR. It's been really good so far. People here have been phenomenal in terms of just helping with the transition. This is one of those unique places that really blends academic excellence and high-level athletics. So certainly excited to be here and get this thing going forward.
And Coach Fischer, I know you've been with Coach Paulson for many years, as you told me off the air. What about this opportunity at William & Mary to join the school in the CAA and jump in this opportunity? Was it administration? Was it your family? Was it all of the above? Or Coach Paulson tell you it's time for you to try to lead your own program? So what all led you decide to come to William & Mary after all those years of being an assistant?
Well, I think it was a combination of the experience that I've had, most of it being with Coach Paulson at the Division I level. We had a great run of success at Bucknell University, which is a really, really highly selective academic institution. And, you know, they did a great job of emphasizing the athletics, and there's a lot of parallels with William & Mary. So it was a really good fit from that standpoint. And spending the last 4 years at George Mason and being in the Virginia area, I think just added to the fit. So really, in terms of the career trajectory that I'd had and experience, I thought this was just a great opportunity and was certainly thrilled to be the one chosen to lead the program.
Now, Coach Fisher, now for you, since you've been in this role the past few weeks, what's it been like being able to make the decision rather than making a suggestion?
Well, I was making a ton of the decisions for Coach Paulson. He just probably won't tell you that on air. But no, I will say this. One of the best things that he did in terms of my time working with him was he did give me a lot of responsibility, and I certainly was not making a lot of decisions. That was obviously him, but he had me thinking about all those things all the time. So, to now be the one here and having to make the final decision on everything, I do think I've had a lot of the preparation that you need in terms of being put in that position. And, I think anytime you make any decisions, you're just trying to gather the most relevant information you can and process it as well as you can, lean on the people that are important to you and try to make those decisions with the the best mind going forward. So it's been a little bit of an adjustment just because there's a lot of it, but I think the preparation from my time with Coach Paulson really helped with that.
And when it comes to recruiting, Coach Fisher, are you going to try to target high school seniors, JUCO guys, transfers, international guys, grad transfers, to kind of help build this program up, or you kind of want to build it from the bottom up, get a lot of high school seniors in there, and kind of build that way for stability for years to come?
Yeah, that's a good question because there's so many different ways now that we can recruit kids, and it's almost like you have 3 or 4 different recruiting seasons with the early signing and then the guys that are playing during their senior year. You're obviously recruiting kids during their junior year. And then in the springtime now it's a whole different game with all the transfers and grad transfers, et cetera. I think the most important thing is that we build this program with good people. And I think that it's usually when you talk about building a program, it's going to be with guys that are there for 4 years and kids you recruit right out of high school. But we don't want to limit ourselves and just say, hey, this is the only way we're going to do it. This is the only way we're going to recruit kids because, the right fit might come from a transfer situation or a grad transfer. It might be a kid that has a great senior year that gets overlooked and is right there for us at the end. So I think the most important thing is that we really do a good job evaluating and finding the right people to fit into our program.
It's still evaluating right now, Coach. You got the job here pretty early, so it's kind of good. You can get out and evaluate your roster, get on the court with the guys, recruit the guys you have now, via the team meetings, and have them come to your office. So how's that been for you, just trying to kind of evaluate what you have on the roster now, and kind of get the guys to stay so they won't jump out of the program? Of course, it's inevitable. Sometimes guys will still leave anyway. So how's that process been trying to get to know your guys now?
Yeah, Jared, that's a really good question. The most important thing that I wanted to do when I got here was make sure I spent time with the current student athletes. And I told all of them that I was going to sit down with them individually and meet with them before I ever got on the court with them, because I think that it's really important that you have a foundation for how you're going to coach these guys. And to me, it's a personal relationship. So I've been able to meet with the guys each a couple of times at least individually, and some even a couple more times than that. They've been very receptive. They've been great kids to work with. We have been able to get out on the court for a couple of weeks, so it's been really fun to actually get on the court and do some player development stuff. Like I said, I think that they've been really receptive, and when a coaching change is made, it can always be a challenge because they're used to certain things, and the previous staff that was here did a phenomenal job of accumulating really good talent and really good kids. And our staff wants to build on the success that's been here, and we're certainly walking into a very good situation.
And also having 4 hours now, I know it used to be 2 hours. I used to hang out at Georgia State and Georgia Tech and Tennessee State a little bit. I could see kind of the clock from 2 hours, but then you have 4 hours now. Kind of do some little bit more work with the guys, get them a little bit better, give them some time to work on their games, because this is the time of year, Coach. You know this. They have to grow this time of year. Spring, summertime, early fall is where they grow their games, mentally, physically, and emotionally, be ready for that grind from October to March that you hopefully get to go on next year.
Yeah, no question. I think this is one of the most important times of year when you're talking player development. The spring and summer, and even into early in the fall. This is the chance where guys can get better, and I think that to get better, you always have to have that blend of teaching and competing. And we'll talk about that a lot as a staff. We have to teach and watch these guys develop and learn how to expand their game. But then we also have to compete, because it's one thing to be able to expand your game when you're in the gym by yourself and no one's guarding you. And it's another thing to be able to do it when competition is involved and you're trying to win and you got someone that's going against you. So without a doubt, the off season, spring, summer, like I said, early fall, our big focus without a doubt will be player development.
And, Coach, non-conference-wise, Coach, I know the schedule's probably done for you for next year, but going forward, how you going to go about those games? Would you be in Virginia? You can play a lot of great schools around you in Virginia, in the Carolinas. You can go up to a little bit up to East Coast and play some teams. So how you see yourself going about those games? And I want to know also, your school, your school's going to, you all get bought, or can you buy games yourself as well?
Yeah, well, the first thing is, unfortunately, the schedule is not finished, so that's just another thing we got to work out. It's close, but we got to get a couple of more games. But I think in terms of scheduling, I think it's important that number one, we take care of the regional games that we can. I think that any time you can play regional rivals and schools that have some history with you, I think that's always exciting for the fans and something that we want to do. Obviously, there's all the MTEs going on now, and I think that's a neat opportunity for your kids to go play in different places. And if we can ever, have the chance to do that, we certainly will. In terms of the money games, we are a team that will get bought. So, if there's an area of the country that we want to get to, whether it's a large alumni base or if there's a connection with, a former player here, is coaching somewhere, something like that's always good. I think the other thing with the games where you get bought is when you have guys on your team from out of region, if you can ever use that as an opportunity to get them close to home and play in front of some of their fans when they're playing halfway across the country. I think that's always a neat thing. So we'll certainly take that in consideration as well.
Yeah, I would say talk to Amir, Coach Lanier down at Georgia State, and Greg Gary, Mercer. We got a lot of new coaches around here, man. So get your guys down here, man. Play some of the schools around here, man. Go up I-75 and play a ball.
There you go.
Yes, indeed. And, Coach, the league, the CAA is a league, Coach. I've watched the league, man. It's a great league as far as the competition in the CAA, man. So if you could talk about the Colonial a little bit, what you've seen so far from afar, not being in the league now. I mean, this was some tough nights in the conference play coming up here. All the talent you have in coaching-wise in this league here.
Yeah, there's no question about that. And I never have, as you mentioned, coached in this league, but for my time at Rider, my time at Bucknell, and my time at George Mason, we were always playing teams from this league. I'm sure that if I look back every year, we probably played one or two teams from this league, and it's a great league because it's that kind of that last level where you've got 4-year guys and guys that are going to be part of building the program. There's a lot of really good coaches in this league, and for us, it's going to be about obviously understanding the league with a deeper lens than we do now, but you know how it is, JR. Anytime league play hits, it doesn't matter what league you're in. Every night's a tough game, and we know that that's going to be the case going forward with the talent that's here, and like I said, all the good coaches.
And, Coach, I was hanging out this year with Liscombe at the NIT, and I saw all of these rule changes. It was kind of experimenting. We had to expand the lane, expand the three-point line, kind of resetting the fouls at 10 minutes of the half. So I want to ask you see these rules getting enacted anytime soon for us, like maybe 20-second shot clock, maybe the three-point line, the lane, advancing the ball, 4 quarters. Seeing these rules taking effect anytime soon, Coach?
It's a good question, and I don't really know enough to know where that's at in terms of the changes. I do think that, changes that have been made over the years, however subtle or however big, have obviously been done with the same intention, which is to make the game as good as it can be. And, I think that when you're looking at where they want to go now, I think that trying to keep in mind the amount of stoppages and, the replay and being able to use that efficiently. And, one of the big things that they're looking at with the rules there, how do you make the game, more fan friendly and something that helps them in terms of wanting to watch, for the game. So I think probably the biggest one, that's on the table right now is the fouls, and I think that the case to reset it at 10 makes some sense in the fact that if you get some fouls early, it can be a free throw contest the rest of the half, and I think resetting it at 10, it gives you a little bit more flow to the game, but that's for people that are a lot smarter than me to figure all that stuff out.
I hear that, Coach. You weren't as lucky as John Brennan and Casey Alexander. They get to stay in their same houses and move their jobs. But your job, you had to come down there and build something, man. So how's your days been so far, Coach, for us guys coming by the office, talking to boosters, having meetings with the alumni and staff, man? So talk to us. What's your typical day be like, Coach, trying to get everything done as a new coach of the Woodman Mary Tribe?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I can't tell you what a typical day has been because, every day, my wife's kind of like, so what'd you do today? And I know I was really busy, but I can't always think exactly what I was doing because, like you said, there's just kind of a million different directions that you're pulled. But like I said, the most important things that I've wanted to try to do are just connect with the people here and whether that's the student athletes or the other coaches or the administration, the alumni, boosters, just the people that are part of this program and that have helped build this to where it is today. That's been the most important part. And a lot of that has been spent, on the phone or in quick face-to-face meetings. And then, like I said, as soon as you think you have your schedule set, you're pulled in 3 or 4 different directions. But it's been great because, like I said, everybody has been very helpful all the way through it.
That's what I got for you, Coach. This question about my man Mike Muscala. Coach, for disclosure, one of my side gigs is working for the Hawks, covering the Hawks. So I got to know Mike real well from that. So if you can share listeners here in the Atlanta area, what's a cool Mike Muscala story that somebody in Atlanta might not know about that you can share with us that's air-friendly per se?
Well, I can tell you this. I think all the Mike Muscala stories that I have are probably air-friendly. He's as genuine and good a person as I've ever been around. He was a guy that in high school, his junior year of high school, he was 6'7", and he probably weighed 185 pounds and, looked nothing like a guy that was ever going to play in the NBA. And, we got really fortunate with the timing in terms of when we started recruiting him at Bucknell, which was the summer right before his senior year. And he had just hit this growth spurt, and he was probably about 6'9" or 6'10", but you could just see him, still growing and still developing. I remember when, first time I went to see him play, he had floppy hair and braces, so,
Wow.
And to see him transform, physically, the transformation he made was incredible. And the thing I can say is that he is as competitive and hard a worker as we've ever coached, as I've ever been around. And all the success he's had has been so much fun to see because he's really, really worked for it. And like I said, I really don't have a story I could tell you that would be something that, you wouldn't want to share on air anyways. He's as genuine as good as they come.
And Coach Fischer, seeing him develop to becoming a stretch 4 or 5, and how he's defending the pick and rolls now, seeing how Coach Budenholzer worked with him, his play development staff, I saw Mike grow from when he got to the Hawks middle of that year for second round pick. They signed him to that 3-year deal, and how he grew into a player, and he's always been easy to deal with, very easy to talk to, man. So I could tell you, Mike Muscala's a great guy. I hate the Hawks, and I re-signed him. But I hate the Philadelphia trading to the Lakers. He should be in the playoffs right now. But it's kind of hard because my other buddy, Mike Scott's on the Sixers. So it's like both of my buddies are on the Sixers from the Hawks, man. So it's like, I hate it for Mike. But hopefully I know he'll get signed this summer by something like that. He needs a stretch 5 that can shoot and defend the pick and rolls. He has a market somewhere in the NBA. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think when you throw in the quality of person that he is, I know that's a big thing now in every organization, but certainly in pro sports, is that you're looking to add quality people, and I think the development that you talked about speaks volumes to the kind of person he is. He really developed in his time over that we had with him at Bucknell, but he kind of took that development to a whole nother level when he got to the NBA, and I think he's a guy that has the chance to just have a really long career and a good role on good teams in the league.
Yeah, being a big and can shoot threes, you got a job at least in the NBA somewhere.
That's exactly right.
You got there. Well, Coach Fischer, best of luck to you, man. We hope for talking to you real soon. And just call down to Mercer and Georgia State and Kennesaw. Hope you get to play you, man. So you see you out here real soon, man.
That sounds good. I think you should just maybe tack on a small guarantee to get us down there, and we'll be all set.
Hey, I guess I have Coach Lanier, Coach Gary on the show this week, and hope to have Amir soon. So hopefully we can get that done for you.
Hey, there we go. I like it.
Hey, Coach, thanks again for your time, and enjoy the conversation, man.
All right, thanks, JR. I appreciate it.
All right, folks, it's Dane Fischer on the Bossman Show.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.